Good afternoon. My name is the Hira teacher, and I'll be conducting your IELTS speaking test today. I'd like to let you know that this session is being recorded for quality and monitoring purposes. Could you please tell me your full name?
My name is Nijat Karir.
And what should I call you?
Nijat.
Nijat. Thank you, Nijat. Now let's get started. In this part, I'd like to ask you some questions about yourself. Let's start with travel and transport. Do you enjoy traveling?
Yes, I really enjoy traveling. I usually spend a month yearly just to travel to some abroad and some countries. My favorite one is the traveling to Europe with my friends, and we usually spend a month in only for one country, and we actually love traveling so much.
How do you usually get to work?
I usually use public transportation to get to work. On daily basis, I use the train and the bus at the same time. I go to train, then I use the bus just to reach my destination.
Have you ever traveled to another country?
Yes, I have traveled many countries, as I mentioned before. I like traveling so much. We usually spend 1 month to traveling several countries with my friends. And I traveled last time. We traveled to Germany with my friends, and still the German is my favorite one.
Okay, let's move on and talk about food and eating habits. Do you prefer cooking at home or eating out?
Actually, it depends from my mood. It depends on my mood. I usually enjoy cooking at home. I am very good cook. I can cook some cultural dishes and some international dishes at the same time. But in some cases, I prefer eating at the restaurants. So it actually depends on my behavior.
Has your diet changed compared to when you were a child?
I think yes. When I was a child, my parents didn't let me to eat some unhealthy food. And currently, I am eating some unhealthy food such as pizzas and burgers. So yeah, my diet obviously changed since I was a child.
Is food an important part of your country's culture?
In my opinion, yes, the food is has a very important part in our culture. Azerbaijani people have always been very strict about their cultural dishes. For example, we have some cultural dishes like shah plov and other cultural foods. And when the tourists or the travelers came to Azerbaijan, we always want them to try this meals. So, in my opinion, yeah, the dishes have a very important role in our culture.
Okay, I'd like to ask you some questions related to friends and social life. How do you usually spend time with your friends?
I usually spend with my friends. After we spend some time with my friends while playing billiards or board games together. And usually, I mean, within a month or within 2 months, we go some regions of Azerbaijan. We like to travel to in country and out country cities. So that's how we usually spend our times together.
Do you prefer spending time with a large group of friends or just one or two close friends?
I actually like both. I am a very social person. I have a lot of friends. I have very large group of friends. It depends from the situation and it depends from the activity we are planning to do. For example, if you are willing to play some board games or if you are willing to attend at some event or party, the large group is the most preferred one. But if it's something very special about me or like a special birthday or other thing, I prefer to spend some time with my most close friends.
Thank you. Now let's move on to part two. Now, I'm going to give you a topic and I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Before you speak, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say. You can make notes if you wish. Do you understand?
Yes.
Here is your topic card, and I'd like you to talk about a person who has had a significant positive influence on your life. And here is a pen
Thank you.
to make some notes. Your 1 minute begins now. All right, that's 1 minute. Please begin talking now.
One of the persons has a significant positive influence on my life is my older sister. She has always been a resilient and very responsible person, and what inspired me the most, the way she just managed her part-time work while still going to college. The most important things, she has to participate for her final exams while at the same time while also has she has to work at his part-time job, which requires a lot of effort and a discipline. And eventually she graduated with a high result. But what inspired the most, that she never showed any excuses and never and always focused on her long-term goals. And her this experience has inspired me that nothing is easy, and we always have to keep pushing ourselves throughout our goals. And the most important thing about her is that she has always been resilient about her dreams, and she never give up. And when she faced some challenges, she always tried to keep herself too much. Overall, I always see my sister has a great experience about this one, and her experience has taught me that if you want to be successful, you have to keep pushing yourself. That's the most important influence she has been to my life.
Thank you. I'd like to ask you 1 or 2 questions on the same topic. Do you think you'll continue to have a similar relationship with that person in the future?
Yes, I do think I will have a similar relationship with that person, because she's my sister. We are very close relative. We are not like a sister and brother. We are like a close friends. We always share the problems and our achievements with each other. And she still keep pushing herself throughout her goals. So I do think, yeah, we will be so similar close.
Thank you. Could I have the card back, please?
Here you are.
Thank you. And the pen. Thank you. Now, let's move on to part 3. We've been talking about influential people in our lives, and I'd like to discuss some broader questions related to this theme. Let's consider the role of relationships and people's influence on society more generally. Why do you think some people become role models for others in society?
In my opinion, becoming a role model is a very inspired role for a person. For example, my sister is a role model for me when I feel lost in my decisions, or when I stuck in the same place. I always remember her experience. Her experience taught me that you always have to keep pushing yourself just to fulfill your dreams. So, in my opinion, the being a role model for a person is a very important role, and thus it has a significant effect on person's development.
Do you think celebrities and public figures have a responsibility to set a good example?
I mean, in my opinion, yeah, it is. Since I work in marketing, I know a lot of celebrities and a lot of public figures, and the most of them just show the people what they don't have. For example, you can look through all the celebrities in the world, and they just show you we are rich, we are successful, we get our achievements, but they don't show the real story in the background. So, from my perspective, I just think the celebrities should be very clear about how they achieve these ones and how they become successful. Yes, they have to be very clear about that.
Mm. What do you think a person needs to become a role model for somebody else?
If you want to become a role model for somebody else, firstly, you have to know what you want in your life. I know a lot of people who are just saying, yeah, this person has inspired me, that person inspired me. But in the background, all people has the same background. All of them know what they want in their life. For example, I have always tried to be a good marketing manager, and I've always been a leader in my field. So I am still pushing myself toward my goals. And if I want to become a role model, I have to know what I want, and eventually I will get that. So being a role model is something that it's not like your physical behaviors. It depends on your background and your mentality.
Thank you. Let's talk about family and social relationships in character development. How important is family in shaping a person's character and values in a way?
From my perspective, it's very important. I mean, I can say it's not just important; it's vital for a person's development, their family influence. For example, my family is in the art industry, and all of my family members can play some musical instruments. And currently, this inspiration just gave me the new perspective over the life. The art is just fictional things, and you can only feel it. This influence just helped me to improve my feelings about something. So there are some other examples about that. That's why I think the family has a inevitable, undeniable influence in a person's life.
Thank you very much. That is the end of IELTS Speaking test. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you so much.